Before you spend a penny on paid leads, check out this lead generation plan that you can use to develop a relationship-based business and have all the transactions you need. My name is Alisia Krastel, and if you are all about growing your real estate business through really powerful, simple strategies that still let you have time to be with your family and do the things you love and open up for more opportunities, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any videos upcoming. Today, we're going to take the budget that you would have had for, say, like Zillow or another paid lead service at an average of about $500 a month, and I'm going to show you what to do with $6,000 a year and break it down for you. Keep in mind, you could scale any of these back and spend less on each category, so it could be applicable to anyone. These are strategies I haven't pulled out of a hat. These are ones that I've used in my own business and I see working over and over again in other people's businesses. There are 10 pieces to this plan, and the last one helps pull all of them together and actually multiplies your efforts in each of those, so make sure you check that one out. The first one is coffee or lunch, a one-on-one way to have a conversation with someone 26 weeks a year, so every other week, and I've given you $50 a week to make that happen. If you go to fancy places, just do coffee. Who should you choose to go on these one-on-ones with? I have a whole video on how to pull out the gold mine opportunities in your sphere, and I'll link that below that you can watch it after this video. Number 2 is a card a day, 5 days a week for the year. That's 260 days, and it'll cost about $300 if you buy the cards in bulk and then send. You can use send out cards like I do, or you can write handwritten notes. I do that as well. These are not real estate specific cards, although they can be. These are little things where you're seeing and hearing people in your sphere and recognizing them, appreciating them, and letting them know that you're thinking of them. You're creating that connection. Remember, we have two things at play here. We're trying to get connection with people, and we're trying to provide evidence of success so they know that we're not like any other realtor they know, which we're going to get to next. 3 is 1 YouTube video a week. If you're an introvert, listen up, because this is going to mean you have to have so many less conversations than you would have if you didn't do video. 1 longer form video, 5 minutes or maybe a little bit longer, and we're going to buy keywords everywhere and at least TubeBuddy for a couple months. That's going to help you get the keyword information that you need in the SEO so you can do it properly, so you're not making a ton of videos and not really getting many views because you're not doing the videos that people are actually typing in and looking for. So one of the biggest mistakes I see with agents is they're just throwing videos up and they haven't really figured out what the humans you're trying to help are typing in and asking about. You have $360 for that in your budget. Let me know if you're an introvert or an extrovert below. Put extrovert or introvert, depending on which one you are. 4 is to join 1 to 2 clubs or activities that you like. It could be a workout program, it could be a running club, it could be a book club, or like a dinner night that you're going to that you see the same people consistently over and over again. Give you $250 a year to enroll in those. Make sure they're things that you're actually interested in, and if you don't currently have hobbies, that's okay. This is a perfect time to go try something new because you will really connect with people who are learning something new with you. That is a great opportunity to bond over. 5 is a huge one, and you're gonna do quarterly events. Doesn't matter how big or small they are. I would try to make 3 of them a little bit bigger and then 1 of them a little bit smaller so you can make a big impact and then have a little bit smaller one. I've given you $2,500 for this, but I would also encourage you to ask your lender or your title to help offset that cost and maybe split some so you can do bigger events if you'd like. Make sure these events are on brand for you. So if you hate wine, don't do a wine event. If you love bowling, do something with bowling. Like for instance, I do a crab feast because it's part of my brand, it's what I love, and it's casual and me. Here's like the biggest secret with events. If you are doing these and you put them on your schedule, people like to do them around certain times and they're thinking, oh, what would be the nicest weather or whatever. I encourage you to go back and look at your year, which was the slowest time period for you or time periods, and go back 60 to 90 days and purposefully put those events in some of those time blocks because you're going to get a mass amount of conversations that are going to help you get your lead generation. They may come in times where you are your busiest. That's probably where you need to stick them, because when you're your busiest, you forget to lead generation. You can't not lead generate when you're at a client event. It kind of forces it for you. So it'll help take you off the roller coaster and more consistent business if you actually purposefully plan this stuff out. 6 is YouTube Shorts or TikTok if you like video. I'm giving you $130 for a light and a mic. It could be very inexpensive ones, or you can just use a window for light. You're gonna make videos about your area. You're gonna make videos about real estate and the climate in which you're in. Make sure you comment back to every single person who comments on your video. And tag your location within TikTok. And if you want more TikTok tutorials, I have a step-by-step that shows you exactly how to make TikToks, because I was ready to pull my hair out at first. For YouTube Shorts or TikTok, you're gonna do one a day. Short, 15-second clips of things people need to know about your area or what's going on in real estate. 7 is to send a coffee, a mobile QR code or scan so they can go buy a coffee on you. I wouldn't send the gift cards because half the people don't use them. So when you send them the little code that you have through your mobile app, and you can do it with any company, it doesn't have to be Starbucks, it's just an example, but you text them. I would not do this to the entire world because who knows who's gonna get your code, but these are your sphere. I would text them and say, hey, have a coffee on me. Or like if they're a teacher, I would wait for the teacher month and say, you're so appreciated, have a coffee on me, hope you make it through the week. I give you $50 a month for that, so you can do it a couple a month, or you can save up and do like 40 people in 1 month if you want. You just have to remember in your budget that you might do a lot in 1 month and less in another month. If you want to know what that looks like, I will link that down below as well. Number 8 is St. Patrick's Day cards. If you're allowed to do scratch offs, this is one of the things that gets a really great response from me, and it's fun. It's not real estate related, but I send a card and I include some sort of my logo to make the card fun. Like instead of a shamrock, I'll put a crab, and I send a scratch off to them and tell them to have luck throughout the year. People always text me and say, I won, or I didn't win, or better luck next time. Thank you for always thinking of me. And the real cool thing about this is that it's the consistency. When you send it year after year, they really relate to that, and it says something about you when you're so consistent with it. I gave you $200 to do this because I'm saying do it to your top 50 people or so. Between buying the card, the scratch off, and the stamps, about $200. 9 is something that can be playing in the background for you and does not take a lot of effort, and something that I've started more recently is reminder media. Magazines like this, you can send quarterly for $1,000, but again, I would check with your loan officer and see if they would split the cost with you, because there's some great opportunities in the magazines for them. And if you do something like that, I would add personal or local events, so the magazine feels very local, and definitely customize that letter in the beginning to them and your market. Have that go out quarterly. That's something substantial that people are holding on to. I'd much rather see that than postcards, and these are gonna go to your sphere. The $1,000 is for 50 magazines quarterly. Number 10 is the most important in my opinion, because it helps amplify everything that you're doing here and have a bigger impact in your business, and that is to treat every single human you come in contact with this plan as an advocate for your business and never a buyer or a seller or a referrer. You want to talk to them and thank them and treat them like they are really an advocate of your business, because every single one of those people know approximately 100 people on average. So they have influence over 100 other people, and every time you have an interaction with them, they're the portal to those 100 other people. Most of these things I've made videos for, so if you need any more detail on how to execute these, check below and I'll link them. And if you want more on how to really pull out the opportunities in your sphere, check out this video on how to pull the gold opportunities out of your sphere. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so YouTube knows that it is a good channel, and so you don't miss next week's video.